It is a historic shift in American drug policy. Associated Press reports tonight the DEA is going to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug, recognizing its medical uses and acknowledging that it's less likely to be abused the way other drugs can be. Right now, marijuana is a Schedule 1 drug in the United States, same level as heroin or LSD. The DEA, according to this AP report, would make it a Schedule 3 drug, putting it on the same level as ketamine and some anabolic steroids. This is not the same as legalizing everything across the board. Could help roll back some tax burdens on the marijuana industry, though. White House Office of Management and Budget still needs to look over everything, again, according to that AP report. We want to bring in now Aaron Smith, live from Denver, Colorado. Aaron is the CEO and co-founder of the National Cannabis Industry Association. Aaron, good evening to you. What does a move like this from the DEA mean broadly for marijuana in the U.S.?
Well, this is a historic step forward. But it's important to know that this is only a step forward. It's not the end-all, be-all for marijuana policy. Most people in this country already live in a state where cannabis is legal for adults, and it's time for the federal government to acknowledge that and align its law with those state laws.
So you mentioned a lot of states do have legalized recreational marijuana. That is not the case here in Iowa. We do have THC and CBD food and drink businesses. It's really started to boom really in the last 6-8 months, particularly just the State House this past session, though, in the last few weeks. They've signed a bill that puts a 10 milligram cap on things. So could this change, though, from the DEA end up maybe forcing hands of states that don't have legalized recreational weed yet, or maybe force them to look over those caps again?
Well, I don't think it would force their hand, but I sure hope it would have them, rethink what they're doing here and make, if there's never been a question that cannabis has medical value. And the last holdout has just now said, the DEA, the last holdout has just now acknowledged that medical value. So it's long past time for Iowa to expand its medical cannabis program so that patients of all conditions can get the access to the medicine that they need through a safe, regulated storefront.
Well, when you talk about the storefronts, one of the big burdens for a lot of dispensaries in places where legal weed or recreational weed is legal is cash-only operations. A lot of federal law prevents a lot of them from using FDIC-insured banks. So does this law change that or set the groundwork for that changing, or are there more hoops they still need to jump through?
This law doesn't change that. And as you stated at the top, this is not legalization. And this will acknowledge its medical value. It helps with some of the tax issues, but there is still a severe problem with banking, lack of access to banking services, and we need Congress to act to change that. And so I think this is going to help, provide more momentum toward getting those ultimate changes that we need, but work's certainly not done.
Yeah, so you've talked about this is a step, there's more to do, there is momentum. What does come next now? What is the next push for the industry?
Well, what we need is for Congress to remove cannabis from the list of controlled substances and create a new regulatory pathway that's more akin to alcohol. That's what the 70% of Americans support, treating cannabis more like alcohol. It's time to do that. Now, we applaud this move from the DEA as a great step toward that and look forward to seeing this implemented and moving into a Schedule 3. I don't think it would have been realistic for the DEA or the Biden administration to have moved to regulate marijuana like alcohol without Congress. And so we need Congress to take action on this issue, and it's just long past time.
But as you said, there is a step forward there with that ruling, it sounds like, or the decision from the DEA. Aaron Smith, co-founder, CEO of the National Cannabis Industry Association. Aaron, thanks again for joining us for a little bit tonight here in Eastern Iowa.
Thank you.